During his Oscars speech, Joaquin Phoenix said, "We fear the idea of personal change because we think we need to sacrifice something, to give something up. But human beings at our best are so creative, inventive, and we can create, develop, and implement systems of change that are beneficial to sentient beings and the environment." My name is Sloan Parker, and today I will be expanding on Joaquin's thoughts and speaking to you about the benefits of vegetarianism. I disliked the taste of meat growing up, and at around the age of 10, I started questioning where it came from, and I've since then have been strictly vegetarian. I continue to learn and study topics that are surrounding the vegetarian lifestyle. Over the years, I have supported animal rights, researched the positive impacts a vegetarian diet has on someone's health, the environment, and for the treatment of animals. Today, I'm going to present on the subject that is something that I'm very passionate about and believe in spreading the awareness of. So my main objectives are to identify the health benefits, to talk about the ethical concerns, and the environmental impact. For the purpose of this speech, I'm going to provide my definition of vegetarianism, which is to abstain from the practice of consuming meat, for example, red meat, poultry, seafood, and any other flesh of another animal. To begin, we're going to talk about the health benefits, which is probably the most common reason people are drawn to vegetarianism. According to Harvard Health Publishing, the plant-based diet can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. It can lower the risk of cardiac events such as heart attacks, and eating fruit and vegetables can reduce the risk of cancer. Traditionally, research focused around vegetarianism mainly focused on the nutritional deficiencies, but in recent years, the research has shown the opposite is true. Studies are confirming the benefits of eating meat-free. Nowadays, plant-based diet is recommended and is now nutrient sufficient and also a way to risk chronic illness. Rather than being motivated solely by the health costs associated with eating meat, some vegetarians are motivated to adopt their eating preferences out of concern for the impact of the mistreatment of animals. In the 1970s, philosopher Peter Singer led the animal rights movement and influenced many of the modern-day movements with his book, Animal Liberation. He was quoted promoting a vegetarian diet and said that the methods used to rear and kill animals inflict unacceptable levels of pain on them, and the vegetarian diet must be therefore preferred. Another common view adopted by Singer was that non-human animals can feel pain and that we should refrain from hurting them. That brings us to my last point. An abundance of scientific studies have analyzed the impact of farming and what it has for the environment. Livestock contribute directly and indirectly to deforestation, water pollution, air pollution, greenhouse gases, and global warming. This graph here shows that researchers have found that if we were to switch to a plant-based diet, we could reduce the land use by 76%. As you can see, the meat and animal products are near the top, having the most greenhouse gas emissions, and plants such as nuts and peas are near the bottom there. To summarize, vegetarianism has many health benefits and can reduce your risk of many diseases. Not eating meat leads to a more ethical lifestyle, and lastly, going vegetarian has a positive impact in combating our current climate crisis. In conclusion, I will leave you with this final quote. From an ecological point of view, a vegetarian lifestyle makes good sense. Our finite natural resources, including land, water, energy, can be used more efficiently to grow vegetables and grain for people to eat directly instead of raising for livestock. When we finally eat the animal produced with the resources, we get no more nutrients than the plant itself could have supplied. By eliminating the middle process of feeding, raising, slaughtering, and marketing animals for food, we create a more peaceful coexistence between man and animal and reduce the drain on natural resources. Are there any questions? Yes?
So other than the sources that you mentioned in the slides, are there any other sources that you have learned about vegetarianism through?
That's a great question, yeah. I have seen a few documentaries, such as The Game Changers, and I read books about it, such as Eating Animals. Thank you. Are there any other questions? All right, thank you.